Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Crypto by K Square. Make sure don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you may get notified whenever I post a new video. So today we're going to discuss Ethereum chart right now in this particular video. As you can see, we have in the screen, we have a left shoulder, a head and a right shoulder in this particular formation. Let me open the line chart for you. If you can see, this one is the left shoulder, this one is the right shoulder here, right here. Okay, this one here and this one here. Basically, right now it's in the play, but we are getting a bullish pennant here as well. If it may somehow works, then we might be able to cancel this head and shoulder, but it's a big one, so let's see what happens. Getting back to the candle chart. So what's the scenario? If we break below this candle, you can see we have bounced a little bit here. So either we can go like this, or we can straightly like break all these pennant lines and fall to this area of support here, which is somewhere around, let me check, 2000 level to 1900 level, I guess. It's 2000 to 1950 level. 900, you can count it as 900 level. Or if we manage to break out above this level, like if we are able to break out through this pennant, then we might test this particular resistance line here, from where the prices fell sharply. This is basically a market sentiment that whenever the price fell from a particular position, if you'll see back, there is a support line here. Okay, if we'll draw it, you'll see this is support, 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 broken, resistance, again resistance, support, again. So this might play this particular zone here. This particular zone is our resistance, 2300 to 2350, and if this level is broken, then we may like see this kind of movement, which is quite unlikely right now, as the corona pandemic, Biden rules, tax rules and all those things are coming out, and when the market is bearish, the bears try to take control. So there are a lot of bears who might be trying to short this out. The market should have fell here in this particular region, but it didn't. Basically, cryptocurrencies love to do such kind of a thing, that whenever there's a bearish trend, they break out and they move to a newer high, then the actual bear market starts. But this doesn't look like completely a bear market. If you'll see, we are almost correcting on in the 4-hour chart on the RSI. We had a bearish trend line here and a bearish divergence in the RSI. Yeah. So the 4-hour chart looks bearish right now. Let's hop into the 1-hour, 1-day chart. Okay. So the 1-day chart has the similar sort of levels here. This is our first area of interest. Could be you could possibly long it from here, because we'll be having a bounce actually when we enter this level. There could be a lot of futures trades here, and this looks like a lower high. We can go like this and again like this. So this might be a possibility of opening a trade here in this particular zone. So the 1-day chart also looks that much bearish, but yeah, we are in a downtrend right now for the time being. In Ethereum as well, we have held the support here quite well, but I don't think it's gonna last. In this particular region, we have held the support, but it's quite difficult to like hold it right now, because we have tested it multiple times. First, second, third, fourth. Like 3-4 times the wicks, we have always returned back by forming a wick, but slowly and steadily, like I think we are pushing downwards, and we could see such kind of a trend here. If we'll extend this particular line, if you extend this particular support zone, you'll see that it was a strong resistance previously, once, twice, then we broke support, 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 and so therefore this should act as a long position here around 750 something. We can go for it here. So guys, that was a particular analysis. Now let's look at some patterns and the moving averages. So if you'll see, we are intact on this particular trend line, this trend line, and if you'll see, we were in a particular ascending triangle here. We entered it here, moved up, kind of tested that line, breaking it, but we didn't. Then again we tested, fell down, broken, SR flip, moved up, and again tested it as a support, then again moved higher. So we are still in an uptrend. Basically, if you'll see, the market looks bearish right now, but the uptrend is still intact. Okay, if you'll see, we are still if this particular support holds here, this one, let me change the color for it, and this is a resistance. Okay, this is a support trend line, ascending one. Okay, so this was turned into support and it's acting quite well right till now. This is a small pennant created here. I don't think so it's gonna act that well, because this was a bullish divergence. As this was a high, the candle broke above, but we tested it once, the candle broke above, as you can see. We tested it here, we broke above it, but we were not, this was not a confirmed breakout, we fell down. This is also a bullish pennant formation here with these two. If supposedly this is broken, because we are currently in a very bearish market, so then we can follow this particular pattern. If this support trend line holds here at 950, which I told you is a bounce area, if we fell below in the 4-hour chart, this is a very strong support here, as we have tested multiple times. Resistance, resistance, resistance. This one is also resistance. We broke it, support, support, and support. So we have tested it 4 times well, 2 times as resistance and multiple times as support, 2 times as support. So I guess we can test it another time, and if we move like this in this particular pattern, then we can move higher, somewhere around like this. So 4,000 could be the supposedly reason, but I'm not quite bullish right now on that bullish on Ethereum, because this trend line needs to hold and the RSI here needs to be settled down. We had a crash here because if you'll see, we had a bearish market here at this region. This was a kind of a bullish type, this particular region was kind of a bearish market, because we tested the oversold zone twice and then we fell. I'm waiting for a particular correction. We have support in RSI somewhere around this level, which is somewhat like touching the $1,900 levels if we fall at this level, and it would be a good thing, because then we might get a particular bullish divergence in the 1-day chart, and if we have held the support of $1,900, then the bullish market is intact, and 3,000 to 4,000 rule is still in play. This target is still in play if this support is held, this particular trend line, this one. So this was the daily chart for Ethereum, and if you'll see one more thing, we were about to talk about moving averages as well. So if you'll see, we have a 50-day, 20-day here, 50-day just below it, then 200 day. If you'll see, wait, sorry, this is a 50 day. The particular slim line, let me change the color. Okay, we currently broke below 20 day moving average in the 1 day chart. Just at the point where our support is, there's a 50 day moving average, and just below that at $1,700 we have a 50 day moving average. I guess it's 50 day, no sorry, it's 100 day moving average. So at 950 we have 50 day, and at 1700 we have 100 day moving average. So this might quite if even we bounce off from this particular zone of $1,800, that means we are still in a bullish trend, and 3000 to 4000 Ethereum is still quite possible. But as I said, in the 4-hour chart we are still bearish. In the 1 day chart we are still bearish. Let's have a look in the weekly chart what it says. So as you can see in the weekly chart, we are going quite well, making higher lows and higher highs. Particularly we are in a higher high. So basically it's quite obvious that we're going to touch that $950 level. And if you'll see, I guess we still gonna follow this path that I have drawn. And if we broke below, then we can test the $1,500 level where we have our 20 day moving average, because we have not tested it even once on the Ethereum chart. So it's quite possible that we can again reach 2650, and then we broke down to test 20 day moving average in the weekly chart, while it will be somewhere around 1900. So still there's a I'm quite bearish right now in the short term, and also bullish because the BTC chart is performing not that well. So there could be alt season and Ethereum could rally to $400,000. So basically bearish short term, bullish long term right now. And if you'll see in the weekly chart, we are forming a bearish divergence. So this is what I'm trying to say, that the divergence is bearish, but we have not made those bigger highs yet, right? Like this was the first one, and if you'll see someone, this was our first bearish divergence. So I guess there's gonna be another one testing the $3,000 or $3,200, $2,800, $3,000. If this particular level breaks 2600 above, so we can test $3,000 or $4,000 as well. But after that, the market is in. Trust me, guys. So this was all for Ethereum. I hope you got some information that we are bullish in the short term. Oh, sorry, bearish in the short term, bullish on the long term, and still the divergence on the weekly chart have started to become bearish. We got a first bearish channel in the candles and in the RSI. So I'm expecting another high from here for Ethereum as the Bitcoin is settling down. So basically that's the bullish scenario here, and then we're gonna move down. This will be a top like of 2017, something like this. We stopped here and then we moved up, made a perfect high, just like here. We stopped here for a while. This is this moment. This could be this moment here, because after this we have two bigger green candles. We have not seen that yet. So I think we can see two bigger green candles in the particular weekly chart. Hope you guys love it. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you so much.